In this video, I will explain about nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen is essential for all living things, for making proteins, DNA, RNA, for growth. But most organisms cannot use nitrogen gas from the atmosphere as N2. So, the nitrogen cycle converts nitrogen into forms that living things can use. The only living thing that can use nitrogen as N2 is one type of bacteria called nitrogen fixing bacteria. Nitrogen fixing bacteria in a process called nitrogen fixation. These bacteria live free in the soil or in the root nodules of legumes plants. They convert nitrogen as N2 into ammonia. So the first step in the nitrogen cycle is done by nitrogen fixing bacteria when they use nitrogen as N2 from the atmosphere converted into ammonia. Another way for nitrogen fixation is by lightning, I'll explain this later. After converting nitrogen from N2 to ammonia, now another bacteria in the soil will work on the ammonia, which is nitrifying bacteria. This bacteria will convert ammonia into nitrite. Then the nitrite into nitrate. Plants can absorb nitrate from the soil and use it to make amino acids, proteins for growth. Nitrite is toxic to plants, so they are quickly converted into nitrates. When plant roots absorb nitrate ions from the soil, they use these nitrates to make amino acids, proteins, DNA, RNA, chlorophyll. Then animals will eat plants eaten by animals. So animals will obtain nitrogen by eating plants or by eating other animals. So nitrogen moves through food chains. When animals and plants die, decomposers will break down the nitrogen, the protein, and other nitrogen-containing compounds into ammonia, so nitrifying bacteria can work on them again. This is not a cycle. How can we make it a cycle? Because we call it nitrogen cycle. The last process is done by a type of bacteria called denitrifying bacteria. This denitrifying bacteria converts nitrate back to N2. Denitrifying bacteria converts nitrate ions back to nitrogen gas in the atmosphere, and gas is released back into the atmosphere to complete the cycle. What about the lightning? Lightning converts nitrogen gas in the air into oxides of nitrogen when it reacts with oxygen. These oxides dissolve in the rainwater and enter the soil. There, they are converted into nitrates by nitrifying bacteria. Humans also make nitrates industrially from nitrogen gas. We can add them by adding fertilizers to the soil.